Bound for Glory is this Sunday, and to be honest, a lot of these things have been really odd. In fact, some of them I haven't even cared about. But this is one of the biggest pay-per-views for the company every year, so they weren't going to have this last minute. Some of the matches were last minute, but most of them have a lot of story. And a lot of them mean a lot to this company. Kind of like Hogan and Sting did last year, and you'll see what I mean by that in a little bit. First things first, let's go through these very quickly because this is really not worth my time. But I'm going to do it anyway, for the betterment of maybe my own judgment or any other people's judgment. Anyway, the first match here is a street fight. It's King Mo. Actually, no. King Mo is the enforcer for this match. Excuse me, it's a street fight. King Mo is the referee slash enforcer. And for those who don't know, King Mo, amazing Bellator fighter, actually also signed with TNA as well. Could possibly be one of the first people to hold a belt in MMA and TNA, or in wrestling in general and MMA at the same time. That'd be interesting, but that's not going to happen for a long time, if that even does happen. For right now, he's the enforcer for this match. It's Bobby Roode versus James Storm. And honestly, this match I don't really care about. The only reason I'm even invested in it is with King Mo. What will he do? How will he be involved in this match? And more importantly, who or if he gets involved, who will he help win? This will be a very hard match. Up next is the Knockouts title, Tessmacher versus Tara. And with this one, I was kind of shocked with this one because Tara actually lost. I think I predicted Tara to win, I'm not sure. But I don't understand this. With Tara, you apparently have this Hollywood boyfriend, which no one knows about, and apparently he's going to be ringside for Bound for Glory, which no one knows who he is. I personally don't give a shit who he is. And this just destroys an epic feud, in my opinion. Teacher versus student, where the teacher just destroys the student, thinking back of Bruno Sammartino and Larry Zbyszko at Shea Stadium, which is a weird comparison, but it makes a lot more sense than you think. Except there's not a title in that match. And that match actually boiled down to a few chair shots. That's a history lesson for some of you guys. Anyway, with this match, I see Tessmacher winning again. Because I want this feud to continue compared to what we have in the Knockouts division. And compared to what we have in the Knockouts division right now, I don't know what they'll do. Maybe they'll have a Knockouts tag match at last minute because there was nothing announced for that at all. But speaking of tags, though, the World Tag Team titles of the world will be on the line as the World Tag Team Champions of the world, Kazarian and Daniels, faces the teams of Hernandez and Chavo Guerrero Jr. and AJ Styles and Kurt Angle. Now, Chavo being brought into TNA was kind of academic since he was in Ring of King a while ago. But I can guarantee this match, it does not matter who gets the win, as long as the World Tag Team Champions of the world lose their belts, so we might have new World Tag Team Champions of the world. Try saying that 5 times fast. It's really hard, and it gets really weird. Speaking of world matches, though, the one everyone's talking about, Austin Aries versus Jeff Hardy. And this one is very simple. The only reason Jeff Hardy is having this title shot is because Jeff Hardy's contract is expiring. So unfortunately, we might have Austin Aries lose the belt. But I hope that does not happen. And the match I was talking about earlier with Hogan and Sting, we have Sting and Austin Aries. No, I am misreading. Sting and Bully Ray versus Aces and Eights. We don't know which members of Aces and Eights are in this match. But personally, I don't care because I want this angle to die so we can find out who these people are. And eventually they're going to be on the roster anyway, so what's it matter? Plus, I like this dynamic of Sting and Bully Ray. It was amazing how they even tagged tonight. That was brilliant by getting the tables and just destroying the tag team champions. Even though it's a disqualification, does not matter. They have momentum going into this match, and it's going to be great. And this one I consider is the filler match of the pay-per-view. The X Division title's on the line. Rob Van Dam, of all people, versus Zema Ion. And this one's very simple as well. I hate Zema Ion. I want him to lose the belt quickly as possible. He's a transitional champion. It didn't even make sense to me why he won the belt in Destination X. So it's very simple. Rob Van Dam, this would be a good career builder for him. It would bring him back to the spotlight somewhat. And more importantly, a main event guy will win the X Division title, making it relevant once more. And we have, speaking of relevant, Al Snow versus Joey Ryan. Apparently a gut check match. If Joey Ryan wins, he gets a contract. If he loses, well, there goes the one-day contract he actually had. And honestly, this is going to be Joey Ryan's match, but it does concern me if Head will be at ringside, or if Head will even be used in this match. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, go watch a little bit of the Attitude Era and Al Snow. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about, especially when I mention a head and shoulders joke, which I'm not going to do. But if Head is involved, if he brings Head out for this match, it will be interesting what happens. But other than that, Joey Ryan will win this match, and he will get a contract, which he rightfully deserved to begin with. And finally, the TV title on the line, Joe versus Magnus. Now, this match probably would have even happened if they got a television belt replica. I believe it's a replica because, to be honest, I still believe Devon has the television belt, the original one. Otherwise, I call it the Red Belt of Doom, but because it basically is. It's had so many makeovers, so many name changes. But with this, I don't understand this match because, let's face it, Devon is still the television champion, and he pretty much will pull a Medusa and drop the belt and throw it in the trash can on WWE or some TV or whatever he's on. He might still have it, because I believe when Joe won the belt, it was the old world title belt, and then they got a replica. But that doesn't matter. I just had the point. This match is actually pretty interesting because the two of these men are partners. They are I believe they were GHC Tag Team Champions in Japan, which is a very prestigious belt, before this feud even began. And to be honest with you, this is about time Joe finally got excuse me, but it's about time Joe finally got some retribution, and Joe finally got somebody, even a push in general. It's about time Joe got a belt. And I don't think he's going to lose it this soon, but then again, this is TNA. Anything can happen, and Brother Love is somehow running this fucking company into the ground. So anything is possible. Magnus might win the belt. It's about time he wins a belt. A single gold in general, but I don't know. But what I do know is apparently they have a pre-show, and you can vote for what match you can have on the fucking pre-show. So vote the world title match if that's an option, get it over with, I guess. But other than that, Bound for Glory this Sunday, one of the biggest clusterfucks of the year, brought to you by Viacom.